Hello, my name is Andrew Darius, and this is a training many people ask me about, which is to start from complete nothing, from zero. Like I am a new publisher, like maybe you are. So that way I can show you how you can start complete from beginning. You go from all the menus here, all the processes, and how to do it. And to this end, I actually did register the completely new domain name for this. As you see, November 17, this is when I am recording this, and I registered this domain this morning for you to show how to do from start. I'm using Namecheap. You may have different name registrar, but it works pretty much the same on setup part. So just go here, and later on we will go to DNS setting, but don't be scared, this is coming later on. Most importantly, we'll start our free trial on BeeHiiv. I'm not sure if they allowed me, we'll see, to make another free trial on different email or they are tracking it. So let's start the new trial. So what you will do, you go to start trial and it asks you for name. So let's do it. We're going slow in a sense that I want to cover everything like you will be doing. I will not be abbreviating it. We see everything, entire process. So let me grab one of email I'm not really using. So let me grab it here. I have another monitor right there, so it's easier not to switch the screens here. So this email is pretty overrun with spam, so I'm not checking it. And let's have some password here. And I want to receive updates, of course. Get started. So this is how you will do it. We are starting the new trial. Update password. And we need to go to our inbox, right? So let me open the inbox in some other browsers. I have so many different emails. I just didn't want to show all my mailboxes, so I will not be spammed for people watching this video. So I'm going to this and I'm looking for the email for this. And if I got the email from BeeHiiv, I'll actually drag it here so you can see it. Please confirm your email. So let's go here. Let's go here and just click verify. So this is verification, right? So now we'll be going to all those steps. I would usually use the experience section, but I want to show you how to be a newbie, how I'm starting newsletter. Obviously just curious, right? But let's say we are starting. So a newbie, but we want to start it. So I'm a newbie who is starting the newsletter. So first of all, you want to have a name. And because I did register new domain name for this, just for this, let's make it this name. You don't have to have domain name to go through this process, right? I just did it so I can teach you later on, right? So what I will do here, I would add the name like this. So this is the name of my newsletter. And it's best to have the same subdomain on BeeHiiv. We will change later on to our own DNS, our own domain name, which is optional. But for now, we will have it right there. So I don't want this dash here, so I will just make it like this. It's always anyway. So it's AI, I'm just checking if this is correct. AI bytes. What are the tags? These 1, 2, or 3 tags to personalize. What are the tags? Let's say artificial intelligence, of course, entrepreneurship, and we have marketing, good. And let's see if we have entrepreneur, if I can spell it. Entertainment, no, we're not entertaining. Let's say business, right? Business, okay, so we have 3, right? We have 3, artificial intelligence, marketing, and a business, which is exactly, which will be all about. Continue, I didn't use my own icon, I don't have icon right now, right? So yay, you get to experience BeeHiiv within 40 days free trial of Scale. Scale is essentially a platform which allows you to pay and get this your co-registration. We talk about it, I will show you, explain, to show to other people. Also you can monetize. You can allow other people to show after somebody sign up to your email, to your newsletter, and when they sign up to somebody else, you get paid. So it's both for being paid, also to pay to build, right? So I think this is very important to understand. And this is actual paid feature. It is coming with 40-day trials, but the basic starter level is forever free. Forever, they don't say forever, but they say it is free without limit on number of days, but they do remove this feature to be able to be promoted and monetization, right? So for 14 days you have this trial for scale, but starter is like continuous. You don't have to end starter. You can continue starter until you have 2,500 subscribers. So until you grow, and if you don't want to use these features which I'll tell you about in soon, about growing with money or being paid for helping others to grow, then you don't have to use this scale. In any case, you're getting 14 days free trial and you don't have to enter even your credit card. So it's very nice. Until 2,500 subscribers, it is free for you. And it's great because by the time you'll be able to have some income, right? Because you have a list, right? And this is explanation of what it is. I will not be going through it because it's too long. It's just information what is included. Start free trial. And this is how it looks when you go in, right? You go in and you are essentially lost, right? So first of all, I will go through all those menus from setting everything, every single thing. And then we'll go to actually build this first newsletter, and maybe you will even build the very first welcome email even, right? So let's go to it. So this dashboard, of course, this is pretty self-explanatory. And here are those steps. Before we go to the steps, I want to show the menu. So notification, you just configure notification, what you want to get. I would leave at the beginning everything for now. If you are bored and you have too many of those notifications, just disconnect the password. Obviously, you can change the password. And this is where it is important, where you set your company, right? And I would say the company name would be essentially the same as my publisher name for now. I have my company name is different. Actually, let maybe put my company name here. So let me close those tabs. We are no longer needed. We don't need it here. So let's keep going. So what we have here this company name. I will enter it as my company name is Marketro LLC. And this is an address. I think you need to enter the address before, because you are sending email, and because of the regulation, you will need to probably be in the footer of the email with this address. So I will enter my address later on. This is not needed for now for this training. Publications. I don't have any publications, right? Let's go here. Basic info. Here you will enter essential information about the newsletters, and we will go through it. So I added the logo, and I didn't have a thumbnail, so I essentially added the same logo. As you see this cut out here, so you need to make the image any way you want. And the publication name, they gave, if you remember, at the very beginning. So this is our AI Planner Bytes. A one-line description, right? So let me actually cheat a bit and go to ChatGPT. You go to ChatGPT, and you actually ask ChatGPT what ChatGPT thinks what this means, right? It's very interesting to see, really. It's very often is working, right? I think I did already. By the way, here are all my GPTs which I created, all of those, it's so many of them. It's different training, so we'll not talk about this today. But actually I did this here, see? AI Planner Bytes newsletter, and I ask ChatGPT, if AI Planner Bytes was a name of newsletters, what would it communicate or means, right? And essentially, it was like explanation, right? So let's see if we can extend on it. One line description, right? Of course, you have to actually write it and think about it. I would, for this demonstration purposes, I would actually use the ChatGPT to come up. So let's do it. Give me one line description for my AI Planner newsletter, and we'll see what ChatGPT will do. If not, I will have to correct it, right? So let's see. Okay, I think I like it for our training. Of course, I will modify it later, but I will just put it right there, and then of course I will make it like a real one. But for training purposes, is good enough. So let's put it here. So this is our one-line descriptions, and you should have one, right? And reply email address is address to which all emails will be sent to this address, right? Replies. And usually you want to have address actually which you read. You want to read this address, and you also want to have it on the main domain name, which would be added to BeeHiiv. And address set, You need the input value for each of these fields to have address update in your emails, right? This is important for the legal issues. So I will use reply email as on this domain name. So in my case, in this name chip, your provider will be different. I will just make the redirection. So because this provider gives this ability, so let's set up a domain, redirect domain. So I will add not domain, email. So let me name it feedback, right? This is reply from user, so feedback. And you want to have it because you want to be able to actually reply to people. And for example, Google Gmail will see that this is engagement going on. So your email most likely will go to the primary inbox instead of promotional inbox or spam, right? So for now, I just move it to somewhere, right? So let's use the same email I used for the registration, which is my like a big trash box. So let's go here. But just for demonstration. So all emails sent to this email address on this domain will go there. So let's do it. So what I will do here, I will just enter email address we just created, feedback, and it will be on this domain name, right? For this special publication, this newsletter. Save, so we are set. Here's the address. I will put my company address, it's not secret. So let me find one to copy paste instead of typing. So official address of my business. You need to do the same because it is for regulation, right? You have to actually have it in the footer, and this is why BeeHiiv is collecting the information from you, so they can then put it in the publication of this newsletter footer. It is required. And the country is US, United States of America, great, save, right? So we have address right now. The foreign language is English, it's good time zone, it's Eastern time zone, I am on Eastern time, it is good. Subscription button, text subscribe. I will leave it for now, but sometimes you want to tweak it to different language, for example, right? But for right now, let's keep it on subscribe. We have 3 tags, so we have artificial intelligence, we have business and marketing, which is what you want. Require subscriber approval, which is allow any reader who visit your site to request access to this publication by entering the email, which can be approve or deny. I'm not sure what it really means, I don't remember. But we don't want to require approval. We want them actually to subscribe immediately. Branding. Enterprise customer can remove BeeHiiv branding. But we are not enterprise. We are on trial. So we can remove branding. Very branding for BeeHiiv is okay. Sender name. Sender name, you want to have actual application. It could be like my name, Andrew Darius, for example, of your name. But I would suggest not to use it. For a single reason, if you build newsletter and one day you want to sell it, you don't want your name, sell your name, so to speak, together, right? With the publication, you just don't want to do it. It's harder to sell also, right? So you want to have actually from name as a publication name, and this is exactly what I will do. I will just use our publication name, which is AIpreneur Buy, as a from name. So if one day I grow it and I want to sell it, for example, right, it would be easy to sell because buyer can just continue with the same name. So I will enter the sender name as the publication name. Let's save it here. You can use a custom copyright text, but I don't think it is needed, right? I think have this enterprise buys and preview or so on, right? Welcome email. Welcome email is very important. We will not make like a real one here. I will show you how to do the sample one. But the reason is that the welcome email is most open. This is number 1 most open email because people just subscribe, they want to see it. So there are 2 main goals in the welcome emails. The goal number 1 is to introduce the publication, right? How often they will receive it, right? When they will receive this publication. When, right? So it's either daily, weekly, at what time, if you want to put it. Usually I would do it and put it. And what to expect, and what is the format application, right? Like kind of introduction to application. But also, on the very same email, you may add any promotion you want, meaning that after you introduce yourself, so maybe if you are still here, you can actually check it out. It could be your own product, for example, it could be affiliate product, right? So this is a very good opportunity for monetization, your very first monetization. So immediately after they sign up, first of all, you may decide to show them so-called co-registration form. I will show you how it looks in general. But essentially, it is like a list of our other newsletters from the BeeHiiv platform where we got checkboxes. and sign up. And when they sign up, you get paid, right? So it's one way of monetizing it. And obvious way of monetization here is to invite them to your own product or send them out to affiliate product, right? So this is this way. So there's two purposes: introduction and then promoting your own product. So let's set it up. I think it's important to show you at least a brief draft of making this, because you should do it. I would not skip this process because it is so important. So let's set up our welcome email. And of course you have to type, right? It is a subject line and then. So I will be, of course, maybe not cheating. I'll be using a tool, ChatGPT. I don't call it teaching, there's a tool like any other tool, right? And also I will explain in a second what is preview text and why you should use it. So what we will do here, I will ask actually for introduction. It is funny how we can try to use ChatGPT for everything, right? Even ChatGPT have no context what it is about, but outside of this, but I would say it's great. I would say great. So it's a confirmation for ChatGPT that this is what our newsletter is about. And now I will tell ChatGPT what I want. Now, please write me welcome email in conversational. See guys, I really cannot type conversation. Okay, so now please write me welcome email in conventional style, welcoming people to my newsletter. Please, readers, not users, readers know that newsletter will be sent every Saturday morning. Let's say it's enough. I'm not putting the exact time, but you can do it, right? So let's see what you got. I think it's pretty good for our demo. Of course, you will want to tweak it, you will want to add more to it, but I really like it actually, right? Welcome to AIpreneur Bytes, your Saturday morning AI companion. So this is very important because it is both the name of our publication, our newsletter, and Saturday morning companion, which means we are preparing them to actually open those emails on Saturday, right? So this is great. I am thrilled to have you on board and so on, right? And that's okay. I'm thrilled to have you join us at AIpreneur Bytes, where the worlds of AI and entrepreneurship collide in the most exciting ways. Each Saturday morning, you can look forward to a fresh addition to our newsletter landing in your inbox, packed with the latest AI innovation, entrepreneurial insight, and dash of inspiration to kickstart your weekend. I would say it's pretty amazing, guys. See how little I did? The only thing I did here in ChatGPT is just ask what it means, explain it, then I ask for this one-liner, and then I ask for email, guys. It cannot get easier than that, right? Weekly mini adventure to AI universe, a place where cutting-edge technology meets real-world business smarts. I will just use it as is. I will just add my name, right? So let's do it. Just copy from here. I'll go to BeeHiiv. I will just put it here, right? Maybe not best regards. This is not how I'm talking. So you should use your own kind of thing, right? So I will just use it, and I will use it maybe here. Until next time. Andrew Darius. Here you can put your name, because publication name is different, and you could be some editor, for example, right? So I will put the name here. Creator of, so that's it is introducing me, right? Creator of AIpreneur Bytes, it is good. Your thoughts and feedbacks are the fuels that drive us. Feel free to hit reply and share what you love in future. I will not use emoji because they are kind of give away that this is AI recently, but it's pretty good email. I also not use this here. Maybe usually I don't like too much explanation points, but welcome board is good. And what I actually want to add, I want to add my first product, right? So I would use it not maybe like a main introduction, but you can do like a second part of introduction, but I think it's pretty good one. So I want to add info about product. I will just use as second postscriptum. And usually the research says that most read parts of the actual email is the beginning and the end, right? So this is the end, which is most read one. So I do have my app, which is called Newsletter Leechping AI. So let me go there. And what I will ask ChatGPT is to write me one paragraph promoting it, right? So I will do like this. Please write me P with two tenses, promoting, maybe not promoting, letting user know about awesome app which helps people to write newsletters with AI, right? And I will put the link to the page, so simply ChatGPT will have information what it's about, right? So it's good, it's faster, right? So again, we delete those. Before you go, I want to share something amazing with you. Check out the awesome AI app this is a game changer for anyone writing newsletter with AI. It streamlines your workflow, making it easier, which is true actually, and more efficient to create. Yes, I like it actually. So let's not delay this and just go and finish our welcome email, which is very important. Guys, don't skip welcome email. So let's put it here. And I will just make it shorter, and you can actually mark it as a link right here. Put it here, right? So this is how you add links in your newsletters. And in this one, we have only this one link, right, at the bottom. It is very nice. I like it. We don't need two PSs, so let me fix it. And we are done as far as this body, but we don't want to have it here, right? So we take it this here. Usually, I don't want explanation point in the subject line, so I will take this subject line from here and put, of course, it here, right? And I will actually close it here. Usually, I noticed that the publication do not really send a welcome email to new subscriber. Of course, you want to do it. That you don't collect the actual person name. Most of the subscription don't ask for name, just ask for email. And actually, it is okay, I think, for this kind of publication. I guess they calculated that usually people don't want to give their name, but it's easier for them to just get email. But if you wish, you can ask for name as well. We'll not be doing it, so we hide there, right? Welcome aboard. So I will just keep it like this. It is here. And this preview text is important because this is what people see in the mailbox. And when you see those headline, right, you see that this is extra text, right? So you have this subject line and you have this. And this is property you want to use, because if you don't, it will be just beginning of your email. So you want to make it as strong as you want. And this is exactly what this preview text is. And in this case, for preview text, I will use our one-liner. Why not, right? Because one-liner should be strong, because we won't have a strong one-liner. So I will just use this one-liner as our advertisement to the email subscriber as a preview text. Pretty easy so far, guys. I think you are getting it. So let's go and let's save it, right? Our welcome email is saved. It is pretty nice. So let me see what is next. So publication settings, right? We are going back here. Our important welcome email is set, right? And then in other functions. Double opt-in. You do not really want to use it. You can if you want, because it is more protecting you more, right? So if you have like high value publication, people really want something to get, like giving them like very high value lead magnet, for example, right? So something of high value, it will motivate them to actually double opt-in. If you have any problems with opt-in and so on, I would usually, in most cases, I will not use it, but there may be cases you want to use it. Just be mindful, because you may lose half of subscribers, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending how strong your lead magnet is. And if you don't use lead magnet, it is very hard to actually get this double opt-in. Smart nudge. Send subscribers a reminder email if they have not confirmed their emails. This is essentially like extension of this. If they did not confirm immediately, if you want to use this function, then you will use it, but we are not using it, right? Here you just connect your social account. I think it is self-explanatory. I will actually do it because then I can show you how the landing page used, right? So I will use maybe a few of mine, so you know how to do it. So later I can show you, I can demonstrate you how BeeHiiv page looks like. But what is important, I actually decided to use the Twitter for our newsletter, and I suggest you do the same. As far as our profile, for now, they are just my profiles, but usually Twitter is the one you want to use for your newsletter. And actually, I created a new account. So you can see I just created this new account. This is a very new account. I just created it a few moments ago. And I used our ChatGPT thread to create this image. I tried to get the better one without this text. I didn't like this one, and then I couldn't get ChatGPT to make me the one I like. This is AI, but not entrepreneur. And again, I had this, so I gave up. But what I did, I essentially zoomed in on Twitter to have it, and that way we have very nice newsletter profile for AIpreneur Bytes. And what I suggest you do, I suggest you to repost your newsletter, maybe not the entire one, maybe just blurb the web page you will get from BeeHiiv. I will show you in a second, but I think it's good to have it for your newsletter, especially when you will be selling it and you can get some traction, right? Usually on your personal profile, like I have, usually you post different stuff. But if you have the Twitter profile for the newsletter, you will just post about newsletter. So it's kind of getting hand to hand, so to speak, right? And my other social accounts, you can follow me if you want. I will not be adding the custom parameters. It is pretty much advanced, and you don't need to do it at the start because you are enabling those default parameters right there. It is good enough to start, right? So this is our basic info right there. Then we go to the next tabs here. So it was general one. Now we are going to domain name. And this is where this domain name comes in. You can skip this step if you want to and use this website URL get for free from BeeHiiv, but it is just a subdomain. It is not your own. But you want to have your own because when you send emails with this email, you want people actually to go to this domain name and use it there. So I will do it right now, right? So it's easy. So add custom domain. So first I will just grab this domain we just registered today, copy it right there, and let's go to bytes and add custom domain. So again, we have to have this authentication. We have it already done. So what I will do here, I will use this one, and I will update this record here with a new value. This is our new value. I am confirming it, and we need to refresh it here. Usually it takes time for direct, so you keep going until it is done. And actually what I will do here, I will not change those other ones. For now, this is parking domain name, but later on you do really want to change it according to the instruction you will get later on from bytes. So let's keep going, right? So we have this verification. Let's try again. Cannot verify, it is pending, so let's wait for it. So I will just skip this for now. I'll go to premium, which I cannot really use right now, but what it means, then you will be able to sell paid subscription. We are not here on paid subscription, we are pretending we are newbie, so when you are starting out, you have just a free newsletter. So we are doing it as if it is to generate, but we do not have any posts, so this doesn't make sense. Here you can import subscribers, and for beginning, they allows you to import only 10 subscribers because they don't want to spam. And usually what you are using for this 10 is kind of your own emails because you want to test how your email, how your newsletter looks like in inbox. So usually it is for your own testing, right? It's not really like importing customers. And then they allow you to import up to 10,000 subscribers. But you need to verify, right? You need to verify, start Stripe application, go to Stripe, is verify, we will skip it for now. Another one is import content. You can import content from our publication we will not be doing right here because we are assuming that you are starting out. Export data, self-explanatory, right? And subscribe form. And if this is actually you want to do it, right? You want to have this subscription form. So let's do it right now. Our name is already known, right? It's our subscription, which is our publication. So let's call it like this. AIpreneur Bytes. So it is like snappy, right? Header the same. We have description for this one-liner, if you remember, right? Input placeholder is just email. Please notice that they are not suggesting that you ask for name. This is for a reason, because that way you will convert more visitors to subscribers, right? For now, we are leaving everything on default. You can, of course, customize colors, but it is beyond the point in this training, because this is up to you. What colors do you like? But we will go with the default right now. And then typography, the same thing, we will leave on default. You can play with it later on, right? And this is actually very important. What is happening after submission, right? So if we talked about it, right? We talked that you can essentially redirect to affiliate offers, right? So if you want your own offers, so if you want to redirect your own offers onto affiliate offers, you can use this redirect link. I will actually use it, and actually I will use it to redirect to my AIpreneur Club, which makes sense because it is for the newsletter, right? So I will redirect to a free access 14-day trial of my club, which is on the same subject. For the newsletter, you want to make sure that either your affiliate offer you are promoting or your own offer, which is my own offer, is congruent to whatever they do. So AIpreneur Bytes is perfectly congruent with my AIpreneur Club when I'm teaching entrepreneurs and people who are starting side hustles, starting business online, marketers, how to use AI in the business. So it is perfectly aligned with newsletters. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm saving it here. And this is new format. So you can review it right here. View, right? So here how it looks like. I don't really like this background color, to be honest. It's kind of like not my style, but I will leave it for this testing. So let's keep it right there. And you can embed it into your website. This is embed code, so you can put it into your own website if you want, if you have one. If not, you can just use BeeHiiv landing page. For now, we will not be adding to our website to keep it brief, because it's kind of outside of the scope of this training, which is on the BeeHiiv, right? So we are just using what we have here. And I would say it's pretty nice, right? It looks pretty nice, good enough. I don't like this color, but it is okay for the testing, right? So we have it right there. And this is our initial settings. And then I go to website. Website is your website hosted on the BeeHiiv. So before I showed you that you can use embed code for your opt-in form to go to any website, to your funnel, if you have one, any website, and copy paste the form. But here we focus on the website which is given to you in the BeeHiiv, right? I will not change colors again. We use default layout. Everything is customizable. It is beyond scope of this small training, typography, and so on, right? So we have it right there. It's general settings. Yes, analytics, right? You can add your different pixels ID from your Facebook ads, Twitter ads, TikTok, and so on. If you advertise, you just copy paste here. We're not working on this right now. This is advanced. You can add subscriber flow, but we will not be focusing again because we are newbies. We are starting with our first newsletters. We will not be focusing. I will make separate video about these advanced features, because if we stay on every other feature, it will be like 3 hours long. We don't want to have 3 hours long video. We want to have this like a nice and sweet, right? So we could talk about it on another video. And the pages, you can design the landing page, design your homepage, which is lying on your own domain name, which subdomain name is we already had before, right? Which is aipreneurbytes.beehiiv.com. And design the upgrade, right? You can have an upgrade page. Upgrade page is for the premium subscription, paid subscription. We talked about for a second that you can add your Stripe account and you can bill customers for paid ones immediately. And those are like internal pages, right? So let's go to design the page. I'll show you. This is how it looks. This is like the default design. This is how it looks like when somebody is coming to our default page. We need to publish it. So let's publish it to the site, publish it. Landing page is already live. Good, because it was our second live. So now it actually should work. View side. See guys, now it's working. So this is our landing page. This is how easy it is. So when I subscribe here, for example, right? So let me subscribe to this email we used before. Subscribes, and after some time there is some delay. I should get this welcome email we configured before. But we are done, guys. This is how easy it is to do. Let me go back into settings to show you more. So if we exit this, let's go back to our settings which we did before, right? So we are on this publication. As you remember, we talked about domain name. Okay, so our custom domain name is now verified. And let's see if we can add it right now here and update the URL. Let's see if we can update it right now. We can't. So we can redirect domain, right? Select custom domain as option. So we'll do this one. Configure domain name. And now what we can do is actually for AIPreneur bytes, we have to go back to our DNS record and set record type A. Name is essentially root, root, and IP of the BeeHiiv web server, right? So we go back there. The only thing we need to copy paste is this one. Copy. And of course, again, you need to set it on your own domain provider. So what I will do this a record, like this, sign, add, and this AP address, it is it. I will just approve it. It is approved right now, right? So you see, right, we have just this. And we have also this authentication from before, right? That's it. This is how easy it is. And we are done. Verify setup. It probably, again, it will ask us to wait because we just updated it. So it will probably do the same thing as before. We need to wait, go to other options. So let's wait it. It's verifying configuration, and we have to wait like we wait here. And we're not going about those ones. So this is the main thing here. You can go to website, and website essentially is website, right? It's as simple as this. So what you can do here, you can advance pages. Those are essentially pages for your newsletter. You can go to landing page. You have this AIPreneur bytes right here. You just publish it to the site, and then you can view your site. It's how easy it is, right? So all we did before, at the beginning, we enter this icon, this logo, so to speak. We enter our name, and this is from the ChatGPT suggestion. I have better one, actually. As you see, my original one was pretty much similar as far as very easygoing, not much going on the page, except I asked for a first name, because I mostly send to this very page people who are hot people, not cold people. And this form is designed for better conversion for everybody. So it will convert better, but I wanted to have a name for my purposes on right there. But I think if you go to the cold traffic, it's better to actually not have the name. But what I will do later on, not right now in this video, I will replace this suggestion for ChatGPT just for this test with my own one-liner, which is from here, right? So the only thing I will do is here, and this is a page. So you don't have to have a page, you don't have the funnel builder, whatever. You already have the opt-in form, right? So we are done right there. And then see if we got this email with our newsletters. AIPreneur bytes. Welcome to AIPreneur bytes. As we talked about, this is the header. Remember, guys, I added this line. Your Saturday morning AI companion. This is what we added there. So this is how they see the very first email. I think it's great. Actually, this is your quick hit guide. This is from ChatGPT, this one. This is this part we added here, right? This part, the same we added as a pre-header in our setup earlier in the video. If you don't remember, just scroll back. Let me go to the mailbox again. So this is our newsletter, how it looks like. Watch it right there. Welcome aboard. This is email ChatGPT wrote for us. I will change this, maybe this is too far, but it's just what you want to do. And this is our footer right now, and those are our social networks. So this is mine. My X is actually done for the new account. I just showed you before we did it right there, right? So this is how it works, how it looks in the mailbox. And now what we do, we actually write the first issue, and we send our first issue of newsletters to our list. And then we end this training, this basic training, and a more advanced training for the growth and for everything else will become after that. So we are almost done with a basic newbie training for the purposes of this entry-level training on BeeHiiv. So again, let me find the BeeHiiv tab. Okay, we are in BeeHiiv, our exit right there. So what is left for our entry-level training is actually start writing, right? We want to have this our newsletter. So this is like an empty template because when you're starting out, you don't have a template yet. After you create your very first template, so to speak, you will have a template, you can save a template, then you can just copy paste. But what to write, right? Content, right? You have empty page. Many people struggle with writing, and many people it's not easy to write. And this is why I created a newsletter Linchpin AI app, and I will show you how easy it is to create your newsletter essentially using this. So let's go to this app. This training is supposed to be in member area of newsletter Linchpin for newsletter Linchpin members. But maybe later on I will post it on YouTube. So if you watch it on YouTube or you watch it on our platform, it was meant originally to be for newsletter Linchpin members. So I assume everybody who is watching this video already have an app. But if you don't have, you're watching this training outside of the membership area for our customers, you just go to newsletterlinchpin.com and you'll be able to get the Linchpin app there and use it, right? So let me show you how easy it is. I'll go to projects. I will create a project, right? And I will actually, the best ones are with 3 different sources. So I usually like to use 3 sources, but because then we can mix the content, mix content from different sources. And for this one, I will use 3 videos from the YouTube, so use workflow. And I will use this ChatGPT Turbo because it is giving me the highest level of longer token window, so to speak. Essentially, just this is the best one, right? If you don't have it on your account, you can use Turbo if you want. It's good enough, but for newsletter, I prefer this one. Of course, you need to have a paid account to open AI for this. Just put your credit card, but it's very easy, like pennies or like it's very low price to create newsletter, right? So you can go to next step. And next step, essentially, you're asking you which style do you want to write. It can be either person name or can be the style description. Description could be like conversational, right? Or could be, I don't know, witty and so on. But you can also mimic the any style with ChatGPT and GPT on the backend can use. Of course, we are using this with API, which can do more than ChatGPT, just ChatGPT. Actually, let me scroll back. There's 3 YouTube videos. Here, all those things you cannot do in ChatGPT. It's very important, actually, right? It's very important. Because this is essentially creativity. This is penalty for how often something is repeated, so to speak, right? I like to keep it on neutral on 0. And here is how often ChatGPT can use the same words, so to speak. And this is creativity. I found out that for topics I am in, like AI, entrepreneurship, and marketing, 0.7 works good. But for your topic, it may not work good, right? So if you want GPT in general to be more creative, you slide to right. Less creative, you slide to the left, and you just test out which output works best for you. And those things you cannot do in ChatGPT. It's impossible because they don't give you this control. So, but you can hear. So let's call it Entrepreneur Bytes Issue 1. We have our very first issue for our newsletters. So I call next step. And here you can use the style, right? Here could be either the person style, which GPT can confidently mimic, or it can be like general style, like a conversational, witty, funny, whatever. I like to use person because it is more defined. And then you can actually ask ChatGPT, in this case, not here, for description for all style ones. Also, members of newsletter Lichping are getting already, depending on the level you are, getting from 300 to 3,000 different styles for all the niches. So if you are newsletter Lichping, like the basic member, you get 300 niches with one name in each niche and one description. If you have a bundle on the highest level, you have 3,000. So it's a lot, right, to choose from. But I will not go to search through it. I will just go to make it easy way. I will go to ChatGPT. And let's ask ChatGPT about if they know the style, for example, let's say, or Gary V. Gary V is very known, right? So let's see if ChatGPT knows the style of Gary V. I'll just switch it to ChatGPT, new one. What is the style Gary V? What is writing style maybe? What is the writing style of Gary V? Let's see. Distinctive. Okay, so essentially this is the writing style, right? This is very long one. We don't want this long one. We in our sources for members have like one-liner because you want to use like one-liner. It's too long to put it into the newsletter. So I would ask ChatGPT to summarize. Summarize the style in one short sentence. Okay, so we have a style, right? So I would say, I would just go direct, conversational, and motivational, bringing practical business insight, which we need actually for our newsletter, with personalized anecdotes and strong emphasis of hard work and hustle. Let's go here, right? We'll actually change a bit, so I will use Gary V style bar modified for my newsletter, Gary V, right? But I will not put emphasis on hustle because we are writing about AI, which is helping people to actually work less than they used to work. So I will this part here for my personal newsletter. So sometimes you may need to customize the style, right? Even if you have it ready. So this is how you do it, right? And now we want to find 3 videos for our first new issue as a source of info. This is very important. None of those information will be used verbatim because of copyright issues and so on. What we are using backend engine, so-called AI curation matrix in newsletter Lichpin. And this matrix and a like very sophisticated algorithm, including idea processor, will process all this information for 3 videos and then write something original, prepare for writing something original, and then on the back end we'll use this GPT Turbo 4 to actually write this content at the very end of the process. So this is just very end of the process when the GPT 4 Turbo is used, but beginning is all this processing and pre-processing first with Turbo, then it's our processing, then it's again Turbo. So it's kind of mix of grid, mix of our engine inside, and actually 4 times in this case, GPT for Turbo API would be used on the backend to prepare these things. At the beginning is preparation, and the end is like a finalization, so to speak. You will see the process, right? So now we are going to YouTube, and we want to have a newsletter about entrepreneurship with AI, right? What is important with YouTube and creating the newsletter using YouTube as a source is because already YouTube know which content is engaging, right? You want an engaging newsletter, and people already voted for content on YouTube, voted with likes, voted with comments, and voted with watching, right? So YouTube already knows which content is most engaging for that. So by searching YouTube and using the top videos as a source information, it's not taking verbatim, it's just taking info like summarization first and then processing it, like a high-level info from those engaging YouTube videos. That way, the content on newsletter is also engaging, so to speak, after all this processing, right? So let's search for something, right? Let's say for AI news for entrepreneurs, because we want to have in business, right? So because not just news for some complicating scientific stuff. We don't know how AI could empower any business. Okay, so let's see. Is one right, for TED Talk, right? even playing fields. How I changed the game for entrepreneurs, I think this is a good one. How I went from 5K. Sometimes if you get diverse content, ChatGPT get confused. This one, you don't want to use sponsors, right? AI news, soft launch for entrepreneurs. Let's Shopify. I don't know, want to have any brands there. Unlocking potential. Okay, I would say 3 random videos, right? So we are taking 3 random videos. What we actually doing here, it will be, again, we will not be taking it verbatim. I will just use those as a content source for processing. When it's algorithm, it's completely different content at the end. So let's use it. So let's video run. Video 2. It is Fox Business, right? Right there. See guys how easy it is to get content, right? Let me stop this here. Like this one, like high-level news. Sometimes if your newsletter is more like to entrepreneurs, like startups, you need to switch news. So essentially here you need to find the proper news. I don't want to kind of spend time on searching, but this is just a demo, right? But if I was really writing the newsletter, I will really focus on searching because this is just a source of information, and then I will use this as a content. Here is just a quick search. Enter the newsletter topic. So let's say we actually got the same topic as here, and that's it. Start. This is all you really need to do. There's nothing else to do. It will start working. It will be step 1, step 2, step 3, summarization. It will take some time. So why it is working here, we'll go here. I will explain you this BeeHiiv. Let me close those tabs so we'll not be slowing our recording here. Let me show you how it works. Here you click here, you have this plus sign, right? So for each of those, you can actually make a group section. You have make a visual settings. You click here, you see the borders. It's just a fancy way of working. It's just like any web editor for any website. This is just it, right? Visibility, show on website, show on emails. So essentially for this, you can use the same design on the website, on email or not, right? Sometimes you may want to show more images on the website than an email. This is up to you. That way you will essentially know decide what you want. Also, and this is very important, pay attention. BeeHiiv platform is so good for your paid subscription when you don't have to have separate newsletter for paid subscribers. You can have a separate entire issue for the paid subscribers, but you don't have to. What BeeHiiv allows you to do, and not very many people know about it, is to add you like a box or part of content which you select right here, which will be only visible to paid subscribers, people who pay. So if you select is like this section here, right here, this box, whatever you put into this box, will not be visible to your free subscribers. So you can have some boxes, some part of the newsletter content going out, which only people who pay will get. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing. For example, you may have like a special tip, right, for them. If you have like a crypto newsletter, right, you may have like a special picks for them. So free newsletter is everything, and they pay this your 3 picks for a day, right? So you have these 3 picks on the special section. All you have to do is disable this toggle here, and that's it. This is how easy it is. But for now, we have only 3. So go here, and you can have a title here. For example, let's type a title. Don't have a title yet because probably it is still working here on our newsletter. So right now we have this step 1. It is working on step 1. Let's see. Step 2 is done as well. Right now, step 3. And it is working now on actually making all this AI creation matrix, because those are just the first steps from the videos, right? This kind of like a process of summarization, process of pre-processing with AI, those 3 videos. So this is not content we use. It is already original. This is not what was in video. Absolutely, it's original right there. It's original, but we don't want to use it like this. And now AI creation matrix is actually working. So this is how it's taking time. So why it is working here? Let's go back here. So I will put title. For now, we replace it later. Title here. Show title in email. I will show it because in newsletter it makes sense. Subtitle is very important to do. I like subtitles to be like different title. So what I will do in the newsletter in a second, after you have title suggestion, I will just rerun the suggestion, and then after I like it, I will use one as a title and one as a subtitle. And that use right now, right? Guest author I don't have this. New guest author, I'll just use it like this, right? So authors right there. Title, okay. Then you can just go to place button, you will just bullet points, number list buttons. For the demo purposes, I will not be going into all this editing, simply because you have no time on this video. But here is essentially how you can do. You can have bullet points, you have buttons, you have a code blocks, number lists, block quotes, pretty much anything you want, right? You just have a text, so you have a break, which does nice editing of this design. So this is not the point of this video to teach you design. You just need to play with it. After you play with it, you just save it as a template. You just do it once and you are done. So here we will not be doing it. I will just type the title. And after we have our newsletter, I will just copy paste it there, right? Let's say remove it, delete this one. That's as easy as go. Actually, I will not even do it here. I will just make this one like that. I will just type it here, entire thing for our demo. Let me see how good we are. So we have our newsletter already, and we have our newsletter title idea, right? So unlock the power move, your blueprint for crushing in business today. I like it. So let's use it. I don't like this exclamation mark. Never put it. Use it in your use your headline, subject line. Actually, unless you want it, right? So let's do it. So I do here. I will just use it right there. And the subtitle one, I will use this. I will refresh this right there. And we have another one. I will not use this unlock advantage right now. Just your playbook for crushing in modern business games. So actually I like this one, right? As a subheader. So I will use this one as a subheader. Right there. And I will just copy paste the entire thing here. If it looks good. Here, header. Entrepreneurial geniuses. It's fun actually. It's Gary V style. Buckle up because we are about to take the deep dive into the tidal wave that's about to make tsunami space splash in newer business AI. I think this is the style. You can change a different style, of course. Let's keep this style. Here is the real, the AI revolution, the new hustle adapting AI, transformation, AI profit margin. It is all about these elements we had there. Right there, just copy paste like it is right there. This is your newsletter issue, right? So I will just copy paste it right there. Maybe from here. So you do not copy pasting these steps. Those steps are like pre-processing with AI before AI creation matrix works. So copy paste just from the last one. This is your newsletter issue. So you are copying pasting only this final step, the fourth step actually in this flow. Just copy paste this to your newsletter. Of course, you can rewrite it. So if you don't like something, you can rewrite it, or you can just edit it, right? You can edit, you can make a small changes if you want. If you don't, you just do this, and now it's rewriting entire thing. We have different version in a second, but I will copy paste it right there, right? So I paste it right there. It will not be like super optimal because it is one box. You want to use those styles, headlines, but for our purposes, it is good enough. Actually, it's funny, so I will keep it right there. You can have keep explanation, a mark of note, buckle up. You will just put those break lines right there. And really, all it comes down to your editing, right? You can also edit right there. If you want to edit, make headline, make a bigger one, you can do this, but I will not be doing it there for this demo. I will just add the return points that make it line breaks, to make it like readable, but of course you will play it visually. It's just an easy way to play it with. Then you can save as a template and you are done. I will just use this easy method for this video. You can make it more fancy if you wish for your newsletter, right? So this is how easy it is with newsletter linchpin AI to make and write newsletter the easiest way possible. I am just making it more readable for people, make it easier to read in actual email and on the website. But of course, it will be even more readable, even more easy readable if you use those all fancy headline, bullet points. It's pretty easy to do, it's just time consuming, especially for first time, right? This is the new account. We just make this as a new account. I could make the separate video to show you actually how I'm doing my own. I probably will do it either, but not in this video, it will be too long. It's already not that short, right? Because I want to show you how you can actually send this email to our one subscriber we have, and we go from there. What you can also do while we are doing it, you can also add the links to the pages if you want. Just search in Google, on YouTube, whatever, search some name of a website if you have written and decided to have them actually in this. Right now we didn't do it that way, we just wanted to have news. But you can ask to have this link to the news and link names to the news, and you can add also links to the news if you want to, but it's not needed. So let's go right there. I will add my name. I will remove this here. And we are pretty much done because all this legal stuff, this footer will be added by the BeeHiiv. So we don't need to. And we are done. You can send test. You can preview it actually, right? This is our preview, right? So this is our preview, how it looks on the email. Website is here. I would say it's pretty easy, right? Of course, if you would like to have it like separated, you can use this fancy editing. In editor, I told you about having like a big headers, having bullet points, and so on, but it's good enough, right? It's good enough for people to write. Of course, you can separated lines, all this editing we talked about. I will not use it, but it's pretty good. This is how it look on the email on the desktop. This is how it looked in the mobile. It's even better because very easy to read, not too long, not too short, like readable, right? And also you can do the same for the web. This is mobile web, and somebody is reading on the web instead inside of the email applications. So we have it right there. And also, if you can see, we have this header, and this is our subheader. We use after rewriting the headline in our newsletter each pin right there. And this is how it's on desktop. This is how easy it is, guys. We are done. There's nothing more to do for this newbie training. And let's send the test. We send the test to this one, simulate a subscriber. I will just send it, right? Send. So we have test email going out to our only subscriber, which is us. That test email actually is going to probably to the account, not to subscriber, but it is the same right now, so we'll go to the same inbox right there. Let's see how fast it goes. It takes some time for the bytes to go. Right now we have a test, right? So we have a test, we don't have a subject because our subject was test. So as you see, you need to remember to actually add the test. I didn't do it, right? I didn't add the subject line, so I will show you how to do it. This is why we are doing testing. And here we have our entire newsletter with very nice header, with very nice subheader we did before. And here our entire newsletter is just in the Gmail. And here is our footer. This is the legal stuff to unsubscribe and things like this. This unsubscribe is there. We are good with the Google. And also we have our social links there. And also notice right now we are landing in updates because it is new. Google doesn't know it. So this is how we work with our people on our list. When they are opening, they are reading, when it is something else. So how you can fix this test here, let me show you. So that you can do it, let's go exit from here. And we edit post. Email. And we need to have this subject line here, right? And preview here. Before we didn't do it. We didn't do subject line. And this is why it was not there. And this is why we didn't have it. So if you do like, go here, publish time, you have this free website and so on. You can just ignore it for now. If you edit it, because we already did it, you can actually do this email, and this is the subject line. So you actually use the same thing here. This title is for inside. For inside email, it is for here. Let me go here. It is for here. It is not the subject of email. It can be different if you want to. This is title of a newsletter, not a title of an email. And this is also for the email here. So if you want for email, it is here. And what we can do actually is too long, right? Because this is not what we wanted. So we have to go here. We go right there. See, guys, how easy it is? It's our subject line. It could be different. If you want it different, you put different here, but you can do the same. There's no point on not using it. And subtitle you can use as this preview text. As we discussed before, preview text is the first thing they see after the subject line. Here we don't have it, right? We have just text and nothing. And if we change it, it will be showing here. So let me send it. Send the test. You also send it to the same one. Now, big tip, guys, pay attention. Big tip. Save as template. If you forget to save it as template, you don't do it, you will have to recreate this template every time. In this template, there's not much we did. We just did one box, nothing else. But if you do all these fancy things, which you can do on this editing, which will be a separate video, I just showed you like a brief preview. If you make it fancy, don't forget to save as a template. I will actually save it to show it. Basic template, basic text, right? How we did. Save and continue writing, right? Then you can just copy paste to the template. If you make the fancy template, you just copy paste to the sections, and that is how easy it is. Let's see our email right there. Test. We have test, unlock the power, exactly what we talked, right? So we have this subject line here, and we have this preview text right here. This is how it works. It is not much more to do, right, guys? We can schedule, right? Schedule recommended, publish now, post immediately. Because we are using this admin email here the same as a customer or subscriber email, it will go to the same email box. If you send it, it will go to all subscribers because I am the only one that can do it, right? So actually we do it. So what we do, which is good, I will pass it to primary box and also this to primary box. That way I will start getting those to primary. And you have to ask your people, I suggest to ask your subscribers on the first email, we should be on the welcome email. We didn't do it, but we should ask to just swipe to primary email so we don't miss it. And the more people swipe to primary email like I just did, your email will land more often, maybe always, into this primary, also start, right? So let me actually send this newsletter immediately. Not schedule, publish now, review. So we have this ability to review when we are publishing. Normally, unlike the promotion, unlike the affiliate newsletters or your promo for your product, normally you publish at the same time. You publish, you schedule it. So you are not publishing usually right now. For test, I will publish right now, but it is not what you do normally. Normally you schedule for the same time every time, right? It is like every week, twice a week, maybe daily, however often you want. And notice once this post is scheduled, you will no longer be able to change the delivery settings for this post. So guys, think how you schedule. Now go immediately. So this is why you cannot change it. Just publish now. We just publish, right? So we publish to all our subscribers immediately, which on this BeeHiiv platform you very rarely do, unless you want to really do the same thing, which I don't recommend. For this one, probably some delay because it's going to the queue. Let me see if we have it. Not yet. I really wonder how fast it will go. Let's see spam folder if we don't get it here. So we wait for this. It will be a moment, probably, because it is broadcast, not test. Test is immediately. Oh, you actually have it. Not that long. Test. Why is test? Maybe I put test something. I don't remember. Or maybe just because we are editing right now. But normally you will not have this test. So after you send it, you don't have this test. You have this immediately in this main one. Right here. Let me see this one. Edit. If you reply, if you said edit, let me see how it looks. Edit subject line. See, we have no test. So I was right. The Google Gmail just make it one thread because it's similar, but really we didn't have this test on the normal sense. So I will delete this one. So when we delete it, right, and refresh it, we actually need to delete this draft as well. Draft, I will delete this draft. Let's go to inbox. When I refresh it, we see it still remembers it, but really there is no test. There's no test in the real one. This is just the thread names. If you go back, try to reply and see edit, as you see, there is no test here. So only because we are using the same email as admin email for test, and the subscriber was also the same, we got this test message as a thread, but only as a thread on Gmail. Normally, the headline for the broadcast doesn't have this test, so we did correctly. We are good right there. Let's see if there's anything else to cover, but I don't think so. It is pretty much how easy it is to do. I'll make separate videos for the group of calls, separate video how to make very nice looking template for you. So I will make a very nice template for myself for this my very first newsletter, so you can go along the road, go along with me and see how I am creating this newsletter, how I'm creating this template. You will learn all of this, but this is it for this entry video. This is it for this newbie startup video. There are more videos coming about BeeHiiv, about these editors, how to publish with delay, of course, and how to use all of those growth features. But to use those growth features, to even show you it, I would need to have a few issues done. So for you guys, I will prepare a few issues, and then I will actually show you. Maybe I will do it daily at the beginning, just to 1 or 2 subscribers, just to have a content to show you. And after a few days, I will record how we can use this growth, this monetization feature on the BeeHiiv platform, so you know how to grow your newsletter very fast. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for listening, and see you on the next one.